Stop recreating the wheel with your business and get systemized with wow client workflows. Every part of your client experience has to be analyzed by you and systemized so that you can provide a consistent, incredible experience in order to get more referrals, close more deals, and hopefully get a little bit of your freedom back from the hamster wheel that can be real estate if your business runs unchecked. Today in this video, I'm going to show you which workflows need to be systemized and how to create a workflow that is going to offer an incredible wow experience for your clients that'll keep your business humming along. And hey, if we haven't met yet, I'm Stefanie Lugo, and I am obsessed with helping real estate agents explode their businesses and create their dream life while they're at it. If you're into that kind of thing, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time I'm dropping new videos just like this. So this video was actually inspired by my sweet friend, Lindsay Fricks. Lindsay is a Market Authority Academy alum. Shout out to Lindsay for guest speaking during an MAA workshop where she really broke down how she applied our strategies to her unique business and created an unforgettable client experience for all of her clients. It was really, really great. So thanks, Lindsay, for joining us and sharing all of your secrets and how you apply the Market Authority strategies to your business. But what I want to do in this video is kind of break down how our process looks like for any real estate agent to implement that as well. And this is what Lindsay did to go from $5.4 million in sales volume her first year, very respectable, to over $18 million in closed her second year. And she's on track. Let's see, I think that when we spoke last, she's done over $25 million in the last rolling 12 months. So this stuff totally works. I want you to pull out a pen and paper. We're gonna do this workshop style. Hopefully, I can give you a bunch of ideas and strategies on how to create these workflows in your business. Let's get to it. Okay, whiteboard. Oh God.
Are we gonna discuss this off camera?
The shirt? Yes, I'm mixing it up. We have a whiteboard today and I'm not wearing black for the first time in like a year. So in order to make this organized, we're gonna do a couple of different things. And let's start by discussing what a workflow is and which ones we need to identify. So we're gonna have transaction workflows. So when you're actually interacting with a current client. And we're also going to identify some program workflows that can happen with people who you're not actually selling real estate to in that moment. Here's what I mean. So of course we have buyer transactions and seller transactions, but you may also have these broken down even further, like relocation or investor, etc. So look at your own business and see what kind of transactions you most typically work in. Oh God. Oh no, I just broke this marker. Now, aside from transactions, like I mentioned, we have programs. I'll break down what these look like, but just for now, think birthday, referral, programs. We'll get to that in a sec. Now, it's up to you how detailed you want to get here between these two types of transactions, but in any kind of transaction, you're going to have a set number of milestones, timelines, communications, things that typically happen during every single transaction, right? So the easiest way to do this is actually to look back at more recent transactions and look at that whole timeline of events and itemize a whole list of what that looked like. It might look something like this. Okay, so depending on where your market is and what your contracts actually look like, you might follow through a transaction process something like this framework. You have a consultation, which if you are a great real estate agent, you're definitely doing a buyer consultation, right? And then you're doing your showings, you get to offer acceptance, you're doing some kind of inspections or due diligence. You then move on to appraisal and underwriting, you have your settlement and closing, and then you have your post-close process where you're handing over the keys, making sure that buyer gets into the house and all is good. Now from here, you can look at this timeline and first, what you want to do is itemize all of the communications that happen in here. Now, for every segment of this framework, you have communications like emails and phone calls that can be templated or scripted to some extent. Really, all you have to do is really make sure that you are going to communicate what you need to be communicating at the right times so that you are providing a consistent flow of communication and you're not just like piecing out and ghosting your buyer somewhere in between this transaction for a couple of weeks, which can happen if you're not staying on top of things. So if we're itemizing these communications, you might have a post-consultation thank you and next steps email. You might have some showings emails that you're sending out, so helping them fine-tune their wish list and sharing some different showings, getting those scheduled. You might have a congrats, offer accepted, next steps. This is what the closing process is going to look like. This is what it means to be an escrow. That is an email that you can template. Same with inspections, same with appraisal, same with settlement and closing, and same with your post-close process, which for us is actually the first 30 days after they move in. So again, write out what these emails look like for you. Every single one of these emails need to be templated, and every phone call here needs to be scheduled in at a certain point in this timeline. This is how you create a workflow. But if you want to create a wow experience, you need to go a step further. Now, how are you going to incorporate gifting or those little wow touches that really set apart a kind of scary, like clerical process for somebody and make it an experience? One thing that Lindsay shared in her example, and I hope she doesn't mind me sharing, it was such a fun idea. During the inspections, she gifted a small branded tape measure. She got these like cute tape measures with her logo on it. I don't know if she got them printed on or if she put on a sticker or whatever, but either way, super cute idea. And it was a little gift to come to the inspection with and say, hey, we're so excited that we've gotten this far in the process. Here's your little tape measure. And she thought of that because people were always asking her during inspections if she had a tape measure. So again, see what people are asking for from you, see what keeps coming up, and think of ways that you can offer really great little moments of gifting or wow. Other areas might be like a new client welcome package. So after that consultation, once you get the commitment from them, what about a new client welcome package where you're giving them some swag or just something to make them feel appreciated for committing to you and the process? And obviously we have our post-close where we have our closing gift and something extra special to leave along the way. Now, this is the moment that someone's gonna leave some rude comment on my video and say, well, you can't write those off or that's a violation. Yeah, obviously play by the rules here. This is stuff that I'm talking to my CPA about and really having these smart conversations with people who know the rules about what I can and can't do as a real estate agent. So obviously do your homework on compliance and what's kosher in your area and maybe even ask your broker. So for the seller transaction, you're gonna just do the same thing, okay? I say start with the buyer. This is kind of easier to follow through, but again, your seller can go through the exact same process here. Now, if you get this far, you're winning. You are doing more than 95% of agents in your market probably do, but you can take it a step further. You can create an entire client experience through the consultation itself, like we have. You can do an entire client experience through the post-closing. Like I mentioned, ours is 30 days. So there's a lot of things that you can do here to continue building out, but what you don't want to do is get so overwhelmed that it keeps you from putting anything in place to start with. So start small and then build on it year after year. And after 5 years, you have an incredible, robust business that is so systemized and dialed in that you're like the envy of everybody in your office. I want to talk about programs really quickly before we move on to the next step. So what we want to do with programs is make sure that we're extending this experience beyond the closing, right? Because every agent wants to be more than just a transaction. We want to be that agent for life. The program workflows, that's how you extend that wow experience for the lifetime of a client. And by the way, if you're doing your math, you can actually determine what the lifetime value of every client in your business is based off of who's referring you on average and how many times you get repeat business. So for me, the cost of having additional programs outside of a transaction makes a lot of sense. It's very ROI positive because I know that on average, my database is going to refer me X amount of times and I have the ability to generate X amount of revenue from that network. So programs is where you do that. It's a lot more simple than it might sound. Okay, so we might look at birthday programs, referral programs, I'm sorry programs, and maybe even a holiday program if that's applicable. Now again, these are programs that are applying only to specific people in our database, right? The people who are most likely to refer you new clients, champion your business, support you on social media, right? Like give you a like and a comment here and there. Those people are who get programs. So I guess that's step one. Decide who those people are. So just to make it easy for me, birthday people are people who have transacted with me in the last 2 years and people who have referred me for life. So if I get a referral that closes, that person is on my birthday program for life. You decide what that looks like right for you. Now again, we're going to do the exact same process. It's just going to be a little shorter, right? So how are you going to keep your birthdays organized? Are you going to be sending them a card during the month of their birthday, or do you want to be sending them something on the day of their birthday? Like how specific do you want it to get? Likewise, communications can be templated for referrals, I'm sorry, and holidays. Look at what this needs to look like for you, okay? And obviously this doesn't have to be done all in one. You can even get to these systems as you get to that event. You don't have to do these like so far in advance. If we want to talk about an I'm sorry program, if you mess up, how are you going to show that you take responsibility for that mess up and turn it into a wow experience? I actually got this idea from a podcast episode that I had Sammy Hutton join me, and this is something that she and one of our other business partners do really, really well. And she explained it in that episode, but basically what it is we're trying to accomplish is when something goes wrong, which let's face it, something is definitely going to hit the fan at some point in your real estate career. You're going to show up in a way that takes ownership of the problem and makes it feel a little better. So this might be an email. Well, if you're doing an I'm sorry program, we're not doing an email, we're doing a phone call. So you pony up and whip out that phone and give them a phone call, or do it in person. And then maybe send them a small gift. So genuinely, like a $5 Starbucks coffee gift card goes a long way to really letting someone know that you're sorry. And I've actually done this in the past, and it definitely makes everybody feel a lot better about a situation if it goes awry. While we're talking about gifting, again, if you have a great birthday, how are you going to gift, right? So for us, we do branded cookies. Other businesses or other real estate agents rather might send cupcakes. They might send something else that's fun. This is totally up to you and your budget and your price point. Look at what's authentic for your brand. Look at what's local that you can gift. We always look for somebody local to gift from. Have that process nailed down and know when you need to order it and when it needs to be mailed out. Same for a referral program. You don't really have to do anything crazy for a referral, but again, for a closed deal, why would you not send something small, like a coffee gift card, or maybe something more branded and unique to your business? And we always love doing a little holiday program, so any of our closed clients get something special from us during the holidays or year end. It's just something that we've always done as well. So can you do this? Yes, you can. Can you execute on it? You definitely can, but you can also use some help from it. So at this point, once you have done all of this work of identifying the different programs and workflows that you want to create a wow experience from, and you've automated as much of the communication as possible, now you have the opportunity to employ technology and people. Communications can be templated and scheduled in your CRM. You can schedule a lot of this stuff in a task management system like Asana. And you can have an assistant, even a virtual assistant, help you in terms of ordering and scheduling gifting and deliveries as well. Now, as you nail this down, watch the money roll in. Because if you put this much thought and effort into how you are letting your clients feel appreciated by you, that always comes back in reciprocation of referrals and support for your business, which is really why we want to do this. Not only do we want to be good people and a good steward of our community, we want to ensure that we have the ability to continue doing so by generating referrals. It's experiences like this that make it happen. Now, this is the stuff that we work on together in the Market Authority Academy. So I know you're looking at this like, oh my gosh, that's so much work. I know it is. So in the Market Authority Academy, we actually have these systems all dialed in and ready to go. So you can swipe those from me in the Market Authority Academy. You just got to apply below. So all those details are in the caption. So you have been challenged. I cannot wait to see these workflows for your business as well. And if you get stuck, as always, just leave me a comment here on this video or shoot me a DM at Bryce and Stefanie on Instagram. I'll help you through it, no big deal. But if you want these done for you and if you want to get the fast track to implementing these, all you have to do is apply to the Market Authority Academy. All those details are below in the description, and I'll teach you exactly how to create these perfect experiences in your business for more referrals, more closed deals, and a lot more time and space. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time I'm dropping new videos just like this. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, keep on crushing it.